Hey Sweaty Buddies, it's Danny J. So we're going to talk about foam rolling today. So I know you may have seen these in the gym, foam rollers. They're white, they're blue, some of them have little bumps on them, some of them are short, like this size, some of them are bigger. And you might look at them and think, what the heck are those for? I know the first few times I saw people in the gym just rolling on this foam thing, and I really thought, what are they doing that looks really lame, and how great can that be for you? I mean, what is it really doing? And then I took a training in 2004, and I took a little class, and holy cow, this has become one of my favorite things to hate. It's very much a love-hate thing, but it's so important. So let me explain what it is and why you want to do it. So first off, foam rolling is a form of self-myofascial release. What the fascia is, it surrounds your muscles. It's kind of like a casing. If you take like a chicken breast and you've seen that like white filmy stuff on it that surrounds it, that is what your fascia is. It's all over every single one of your muscles. It's connective tissue. So that connective tissue should be flexible, should be soft, should be supple, but often it gets bound up, it gets tight, it sticks, and it can cause some adhesions, like stickiness, and you don't have full range of motion and you don't have full movement. And you get these tight muscles. In between the muscles, you get knots. When you hear you have these knots in your muscles, that's part of it. So one of the things I like to use as an example is a shoelace. So let's say you have your shoe and you've got this knot, okay? Like you have got the knot in your muscles. So when you have a knot in your shoelace, the last thing you want to do is pull it tighter. And often you get these knots in your muscles and we think we want to stretch, but instead we are pulling the knot tighter instead of loosening it. So what you would do with this knot, instead of pulling the strings, because that's not working, is you're going to actually work specifically on the knot. You kind of massage it, you wiggle it, you pinch it, and pretty soon you're able to untie it. And that's really the idea we want to do with the knots in your muscles. Instead of stretching them and pulling them tighter, you're working on that spot, you're kind of pushing on it, giving it a little bit of pressure, and then it starts to loosen up and that knot dissipates. It's really cool stuff. So I'm going to show you a few foam rolling ideas, and then I'm also going to show you a ball that you can use for trigger point. It's fun. Yay, let's get into it. The first foam rolling technique I'm going to show you, this one to me is pretty much the most important. I see people doing this one the most. I think it really helps the most. Personally, it's something I really need. I think runners need it. I think CrossFitters need it. It's the IT band. The IT band is basically a band of connective tissue that goes from your hip down to your knee. It's right alongside. It's very, very dense. And so this builds up a lot of just tension and it needs to be loosened up. So what you basically want to do is you get on your foam roller on your side, and you're going to start at the top at your hip, and this leg here is just to keep pressure. You can lift your body up, put less pressure on the foam roller, or you can relax and put more pressure on the foam roller. So what I do is I start at the top and I go down. Right now it's good, pretty good, and then you start to feel, oh yeah, right there. Okay, so when you feel that tension, or I don't even know what to describe this feeling as. It takes my breath away, seriously. You just want to hold it, and I would say, give yourself 15, 30 seconds, even up to a minute. You basically want to hold it till you feel it get a little bit looser. I don't set a timer, I just kind of go by feel. You can kind of roll back up to where you weren't feeling it so much and then go back down to that spot. And then once it starts to loosen, you're going to go down another inch or so. Oh, golly, golly, golly. Ah. Yeah, this is no fun. My husband always goes, why do you do this if it hurts so bad? Because I'll tell you, afterwards it feels so good. Look, my leg is shaking. So you want to work all the way down. The goal is to be able to get all the way down to your knee and all the way back up. I will tell you right now, where I'm at, there's no way I'm going to be able to make it down and up comfortably. So I just go to where I can get a little bit looser, and then I switch over to the other side. And I will tell you, after you do this, you don't even realize how tight you felt until you kind of stand up and walk, and suddenly you feel so loose, like your legs just feel longer. I don't know how to even explain it. You just have to do it. So IT band, really, really important. It's one of the ones that I find most people have the most pain and kind of agitation with. Some people can roll it and don't feel a thing. I guess those are the lucky people. If you walk and you turn your feet out when you walk, and that's what I do, it really gets tight, so I have to roll it a lot. I'm one of those people who has natural turnout. The other one you could do is your inner thigh. So what you're going to do is lay basically on your stomach, and you're going to put your leg out perpendicular, and you can have it bent or straight, but you really just kind of want to get real close to your knee. And then same thing, you're just going to roll. Oh, Lordy. You're going to roll a few inches until you feel it, and you're just going to hold it. And sometimes I like to just do small rolls forward and back, kind of like a little massage. It's not a nice massage, just as you can see from the look of my face. Real close to the joints are usually a little bit tighter. So close to the kneecap, close to the groin, you're going to feel it a little bit more. So inner, outer thighs, this is really great if you're running, putting miles in, if you're lifting really heavy. The next one I like to do is the glutes, the outer hips. So this one you can just basically sit on the foam roller. Sometimes I like to cross one leg, and then I just kind of roll onto one hip, roll onto the other side. This one, it feels to me a little better, more like a massage. Oh, ay, ay, ay. But you can really just dig into these spots and get them really good. So switch sides, get to the other side, roll on both glutes. Sometimes if you're really sore, just sitting on it and rolling, you can feel, like right now my bum is tight. So that's a really good one. Outer thighs, inner thighs, bum, great stuff. Then there are a few you can do upper body. One of them I really like is the lats underneath here. What you're going to do is just lie on your side. You reach your arms straight up. And same thing, like I said, close to the joints, really close to your armpit is going to be a little bit more sore. So you're just going to roll, oh golly, roll down. This makes me breathe hard. It feels like cardio. To find that spot right underneath your armpits there, and just roll until you feel it. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Another one I like is just to lie on your back, open up your chest. This one always cracks my back for some reason. So I just like to start with it kind of mid-back, and I lay back very carefully. Hold your head when you go back so you don't bonk it on the ground. But try to arch over the foam roller. If you can, leave your butt on the ground. Some people cannot do this. It hurts a lot. My back is pretty flexible, so I can lay all the way back. You might just want to start here and just slowly open up the chest and just breathe. You might be able to go all the way down, whatever is more comfortable. And you could do a small roll and just put the legs down and relax and hold it. You can go up on your upper back, open up the arms, open up the chest and hold it. Just breathe. Open up all the tight muscles here. And I often will just do a little roll like this, and it just does a little crack, crack, crack. So those are my favorite foam rolling exercises. There's also ones you can do for calves. You put your calf on there and roll it. There are a lot of smaller things you can do. But one of the things I also like to do with tighter muscles, or just really getting into an area where maybe there's just a knot that just needs a little more digging, is I like to use a lacrosse ball. I've seen people also use tennis balls or 2 tennis balls taped together. The tennis balls are a little squishier, so they don't give you that deep kind of push that I sometimes need. So the lacrosse ball is a little stiffer. Usually I use the lacrosse ball on just a few areas. One is my shoulder blades right here in between. They get really, really tight. So I'll put the lacrosse ball on the ground. I lay on it right in that spot. Oh gosh. And I can feel where those muscles are. Sometimes I just hold it. Sometimes I'll move my arm slowly, move it up, move it in a circle, and you'll feel it. You'll know. You'll feel that muscle kind of rubbing on that ball. And you can move down a little bit. You can even get it up in your traps a little bit more. But just remember, everything is slow, and it's really important to just take your time. This could take 20, 30 minutes if you really want to get a good stretch and get loosened up. I also like the lacrosse ball for feet. If you have plantar fasciitis, you can just put your foot on it and just roll it, get it in those arches, roll it around. Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's good. And you may see some sticks. There's a lot of different things that you can use for this kind of self-myofascial release. So let me know, what are your favorite ways? What's your favorite foam rolling stretch? What's your favorite ball stretch? And are there other things that you guys use? I've actually used rolling pins before, like on shin splints. I did a rolling pin on the front of my legs. I've done a lot of different things. So I'd like to know what you guys like. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to find some more workouts. I have a ton of them. Subscribe and I'll post some links below. And make sure you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter at Sweaty Betties. And don't be a bitch.